holding a hearing today on the GameStop short squeeze. That hearing happening at noon today. Among those testifying, the CEO of Robinhood, Vlad Tenev, Reddit's co-founder and CEO, Steve Huffman, and one of the short sellers, Gabe Plotkin, will be there as well, testifying. He's from Melvin Capital. Joining me right now on the phone to talk about that and a lot more is the co-founder of Home Depot and the founder of Invamed Associates and chairman Ken Langone. Ken, it is great to have you back. Thank you so much for being here this morning.
Good morning, Maria. Thanks for having me on.
So first I want to ask you about this financial services hearing and the whole GameStop situation. Having watched and participated in markets for as long as you have, what do you want to know? What's your takeaway on what took place with that short selling frenzy around GameStop a couple of weeks ago?
Allow me to plead ignorant, Maria. I don't know what I'd ask. Certainly the dramatic rise in the price of the stock, $400 a share, I guess, got as high as. I don't understand it, and I don't think a lot of people like myself understand it. I think it's a risky proposition because if a lot of innocent, unknowing people are getting involved in something like this, they're going to get burned. They're going to get burned badly. We certainly need free markets, and we should have free markets, and we will have free markets. But there are a lot of people who lack the competence to understand the risk they're taking, and the only way they learn about it is when they actually get the loss, and then it's too late. But I think, look, I'm looking right now on your screen. The stock is $46 a share. I know that if I was running GameStop right now, I'd be making an offering to the public for as many shares as I could sell because the inherent value of this company and a reasonable value was probably about $15 a share before this all started, or maybe lower. But certainly, there's a lot of mystery here, and if Congress does nothing more than unravel what happened, that might be to the good. But I caution the unknowing public, you better be careful, because this is how you lose.
Yeah, no, it's that's I guess why the hearing is happening today. Ken, let me move on to the economy. We got Walmart earnings out this morning, $152.1 billion in revenue. Ken, better than the estimates. Earnings $1.51 a share, and checkout online, which was up 69%. They also talked about comp store sales up 8.6%, better than the estimates. Give us your take on where we are, Ken, in this economy in terms of the reopening. Will business get back to strong performance with all of the pent-up demand that we're expecting? When do you expect that?
Well, first of all, retail demand is traveling along very nicely. I'm expecting when Home Depot reports, I don't know, I'm expecting when they report, they're going to show very strong sales as well. The one thing I would say regarding Walmart is don't bet against Walmart. They're fabulous operators. They know what they're doing, and they have very well thought out game plan. Doug McMillon is a great leader, and he's got a great team. I think Walmart is going to respond to the Amazons of the world strong. They're not going to give up their territory. And we all know, for example, that Amazon's retail business is subsidized by AWS, their web services. But Walmart, I think, is they're certainly ubiquitous. And more importantly, they offer great value to their customers. So this is one quarter. I don't understand the hassle about it. I'm incredibly impressed with the comp sales of a company this size. It's a staggering number.
Yeah.
So
it's true, and we also saw good retail sales numbers yesterday. Look at these numbers within the retail sales report, Ken. 5.3% month over month. But look at when you look inside the numbers, department stores up 23%, non-store retailers up 11%, electronics up 15%, furniture up 12%. It looks like people want to get back at it and shopping, and they're doing so online, even in the corners of the country that are actually still on lockdown.
People are spending money. Maria, let me digress for a moment. The thing I would be concerned about most of all right this time is inflationary pressures. I think they're coming. If you look at the price of oil, if you look at commodity prices, they've all moved substantially higher. At some point, these costs that go into manufactured products are going to have to be passed along to consumer, and that'll happen. And when it happens, that's when you're also going to get wage inflation, no doubt about it. The thing I worry about, if attending all this inflation are higher interest rates, then we've got to start asking ourselves the question, what about the impact on the federal budget? I mean, if rates go up only 200 basis points all across the line from 30-year all the way down, that would not be a dramatic increase. But if it goes up only 200 basis points, they're adding $600 billion a year to the federal deficit. I mean, this is a staggering amount of money.
Yeah.
We've got to begin to address the issue, what happens after the pandemic? What comes after the pandemic? So retail sales are very, very positive and very encouraging. But on the other hand, remember, we pumped a lot of money into this economy. Our government has. So,
absolutely.
Look, it's new territory for all of us. All of us. I don't care who's alive. Nobody's been through something like this before.
I think it's, close to $5 trillion of money thrown at this economy when you include the most recent $1.9 trillion bill that President Biden is going to push through very soon. But look, Ken, we know that money is mobile. You look at some corners of the country and you feel like you're not in a lockdown, like Florida. There is a mass exodus to low-tax state. Many New Yorkers from other high-tax states like New York, California, headed to Florida among the ongoing COVID closures and restrictions. They're taking their business and their revenue. DeSantis on Sunday. Here's what he said about the environment today. Watch this.
Go ahead.
Maria, you have lockdown states that are putting people out of business. We focused on lifting people up, but by doing that, you actually have new entrepreneurs coming to start new ventures. New restaurants are opening in Florida. New hotels are opening in Florida. And so people view Florida as a place where they can follow their dreams.
How does it feel to you, Ken? I know you're in Florida as well as in New York. Can you give us a sense of the difference?
Florida is on fire. I was with the governor a couple of weeks ago, and he said something rather humorous, but the point is well made. He said he's thinking of sending a contribution to Governor Cuomo's next campaign because what's happening in the exodus is unbelievable. And he's right about one more thing. Watch industry flock to Florida. Now you got the summer months, July, August, September. They're pretty miserable down with. But I got to tell you right now, Florida has a lot to offer, and real estate values are going through the roof. Why? Because people are saying, hey, wait a minute, there may be a better place than where I now live. And the other state that I would bet big on, in spite of what's going on this minute, is Texas. Texas is a can-do state, and so is Florida. And I got to tell you right now, what this governor of Florida has done is first class in every respect. He knows how to run a state. And he's doing it well. He does it with humility, Maria, and he does it with thoughtfulness. You go to the restaurants in Florida, somehow they're all making it. They're doing it. The malls, people are being very respectful of the pandemic. They're wearing masks. They're keeping their social distance. So, look, the numbers speak for themselves.
Well, we have learned to adapt and to live with what we're dealing with, partly because of incredible institutions like NYU Langone Medical. Ken, what can you tell us about NYU, the professionalism, the technology, the incredible outcomes at NYU Langone is a testament to your leadership, Bob Grossman's leadership, and all that you have done there. What can you tell us from your, put your NYU Langone hat on for a minute and give us a sense of what you're seeing in terms of the COVID response and what your expectations are rest of the year, Ken?
Well, let me say this. First of all, the credit really goes to Bob Grossman and his team. They're first class in every respect. And he's put together a hell of a team. Last summer, we, like every other hospital in New York last spring, was stressed out, and we only focused on taking care of COVID patients. I'm happy to tell you that now we are dealing with COVID, but more importantly, we're also able to do all of our regular work, all of our elective surgery, orthopedics, cardiology, you name it. And, we came through it with flying colors. In fact, happily, I can tell you that we just got letters from the rating agencies telling us of a positive outlook for our credit standing, because the team that Bob has put together, and believe me, Maria, I'll take credit when I deserve it. The big credit for what happened at NYU belongs to Bob Grossman and his team. They have done an absolutely incredible job. I've been around a lot of very talented, capable people, Perot and Bernie and Arthur, Alan. I can go on down the list of all the people. Tom Teague. The most important thing of all is leadership. And I want to tell you right now, Bob Grossman has brought inspiring leadership to this place, and the results speak for themselves. I'm especially proud, Maria, that as we've given out these vaccines, the compliments I frequently get are how efficient we were, how organized we were, how things got done, how people were treated with respect, how we were polite. Maria, I couldn't tell you how much. I can't describe my pride and my humility at being part of this great organization. But it's a wonderful thing to see.
I can imagine, Ken. I know I have experienced it firsthand myself. Thank you. And also the amount of talent that you and Bob Grossman have been able to attract in terms of leading scientists, leading doctors. That's what really we can attribute the outcomes to. These outcomes are incredible. Ken, thank you so much for all of the above. Great to talk with you this morning.
Maria, say hi to your family, and I hope your mom and dad are doing better. Bye.
Thank you so much. Ken Langone joining us. Appreciate that, Ken.